guys, can everybody hear that okay? I don't want to blast you out too bad here. So this is our skid pad. I guess the Porsche version of a slip and slide is one way to think about this. We've got this surface wet down. It simulates maybe the conditions and the traction level that you would have with snow or something like that. It's not as slick as ice would be, which is obviously sort of zero friction, but it is very slippery. We want to show you the differences in a couple of different cars here. The white car that's pulling up here is a Carrera S. This is a rear-wheel drive car. The silver car is a Carrera 4. So this is the new all-wheel drive system, the four-wheel drive system. Now, all Porsches are fitted with something called PSM. You guys know what PSM stands for? Porsche Stability Management, right, that's it, PSM. We've renamed it though, it really stands for Please Save Me, is what PSM means. This is the stability system. It can operate the brakes, it can control the throttle, it can do some things to help with skids and slides, okay? It is important to realize it cannot save you from everything though, okay? If you make a giant mistake, you're still in trouble. So for this first part of the demonstration, we're going to disable the PSM. We're going to turn it off so that you can see the raw difference with the all-wheel drive versus the two-wheel drive. So what the first car is going to do is he's going to try to kind of make a left turn as he accelerates a little bit across this mat, and let's see what happens. This is the rear drive car. Come on, Jeff. And very, very quickly, we get those rear tires spinning a little bit, and he has zero traction back there. And you saw the car just virtually pivots right around. Okay, anybody relate to that at some point in their driving life? Yes, okay, good. All right, so now we have the all-wheel drive car. Again, PSM is disabled. We would expect the all-wheel drive car to maybe do a little better job here. Let's see what happens with the all-wheel drive. Again, big power. All right, now, what do you notice different? The car finally spins, right? But what do you notice different about it? It took a lot longer, right? It was a longer, lazier slide, a little easier maybe to control if you were the one behind the wheel. So a big advantage there already for the all-wheel drive. Now we'll do the same thing, but we will activate the PSM. We'll put it in the normal operating mode now where the electronics are going to help. And watch if you can see the rear tires when he takes off here. He's going to do the same thing in the rear drive car. You see it grab that traction right there, and it prevents the rear tires from spinning too much. Now, it looked kind of uneventful once he got going. What you don't recognize from standing over here, he was at full throttle. He was foot all the way to the floor the whole time. And the computer is making the adjustments based on the actual traction that the car has. So to say that another way, it would be virtually impossible to drive that car faster than he just did on that surface. That's just all the traction there is. So big improvement for the rear drive car. Now we put the all-wheel drive car, PSM is now on again. He's going to take off. Watch this. Pretty much no issue at all. And again, he's full power. You didn't even really see the tires try to spin much on that car. And it's a little faster when he leaves the edge of the tarp there, if you happen to notice that. So that's kind of neat to see. It's one thing to read about this stuff, a different thing to see it. But as I like to joke, we are in America, and sometimes we have to settle things with a good old-fashioned drag race. So we're going to put these two cars up head-to-head here on this wet surface and let you really see the difference in acceleration with these different technologies. So the first run, we're going to line them up, and we have disabled the PSM again. No electronic help here, just the raw rear drive versus all-wheel drive. So we'll pull them up side by side. Don't get too close where we hit each other, guys, please. All right, you guys ready? Ready, set, go. Okay, so they both got a little wheel spin. The all-wheel drive car was pretty quickly able to get the traction. The rear drive car is sitting there spinning its tires a little. And he was even kind of milking that a little, trying to not spin the tires too much, but he just can't get the traction as the all-wheel drive car. So you're probably asking yourself, if the stability system is on and helping, how much closer does this little race become? So we'll line them up again, we'll turn on the PSM system. So now we've got all the help, and we'll see what happens with these two cars again, head-to-head, side-by-side. When they take off this time, the driver won't have to worry too much about spinning the tires. They're going to be able to just put their foot to the floor, and the computer will manage that for them. Okay, PSM is on. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, he cheated a little. Doesn't matter though, does it? All right. So even with a little